Good afternoon. It's December the 11th, and I've come up to a different location. This is Dieppe neighborhood, and this is actually the park. There's a little memorial over there to Dieppe, the World War II raid that involved a lot of Canadians. It was a bit of a disaster in some ways, but they learned a lot that they applied to D-Day. Anyway, I haven't been up here for a while. It's quite nice today. It's above freezing. Barely, but it is. 2, I think, according to Siri. I've got a different mic. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. It's wired, so there's this wire dangling down now. Which I could probably undangle somewhat if I found a different place to put it. I guess I could hold it like that, keep it down. So hopefully the sound stays on. Yesterday the there's the I can see how the cord might be a problem if I don't handle it just right. Still figuring that out. If I make it too short, it catches when the gimbal moves, which isn't any good. If I make it too long, it's kind of annoying too. Anyway, yesterday my wireless mic cut out again. You may not have noticed if you watched it because it was pretty still, so there wasn't a lot of wind noise. But I noticed, and I had, right about the time I was struggling with it, because it fell, kind of came off of my coat, it disconnected. Maybe that had something to do with it, or maybe it was my old problem of it disconnecting. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm trying a wired mic. It's very cheap. If it works, I'll wonder why I didn't do it to begin with. So if you catch this, let me know if you can hear me well. Hopefully the mic picks up well. It's very small. So just going to walk along on the pathway here. Walk down over there, then I'll cross over to the other side and walk along and loop back to the car. See how that works out. We will see people on the path today probably because it's so nice. There's the creek. I'm actually going to go to my right here and go across the bridge onto the island over here. Still some geese around. Where the flags are flying over there is the little Dieppe memorial. See, there is more wind than I thought there was looking at those flags. There you go, good old Wascana Creek. At a different location than I normally am. Both ways. We'll take a little turn around which is got native prairie species on it, so it's a bit of old style Saskatchewan here. More noticeable in the summer, I guess, but I haven't been here since it snowed, so this is all new. In the walk, I mean. The island's been here a long time. I haven't usually walked all the way down here, so this is kind of new too. riding on Saturdays. Right down to the tip of the island. You can see we'll be walking over there shortly. That part of the path. That's, what's the name of that street? McIntyre? Yeah, McIntyre Bridge. It's been being worked on, and in fact the street is still being worked on, so I was a little slow getting here because the road I thought I would take was blocked off and I had to go out of my way to turn around. And then there seemed to be a problem with one of the traffic lights. It never did go green. And people were cutting through a gas station parking lot to get going in the direction they wanted to go. Hi, Madeline, Victoria. Yeah, it's lovely today. +2, supposed to be +4 tomorrow. Then around freezing for a couple of days, and then it cools off and more snow coming, and so it'll get a little slushy tomorrow in spots, but then it will brighten up again with some fresh snow. Place is crawling with dogs. Look at all those dogs. Okay, well there's one anyway. I thought I saw another one. Oh, there is one coming. Oh well, some people take their dogs for a walk. I take my phone for a walk. That's how shiny the ice is. There's more dogs. I'm a little unhappy with dog owners at the moment. Somebody let their dog poop on our yard and didn't clean it up yesterday. Not the dog's fault, it's the owner's fault. Right now the long range forecast says it'll be minus double digits from sometime next week right through Christmas. Now currently the long range forecast, which extends to Christmas, shows like a high of minus 15 or something and a bit of snow, so it should be a proper Christmas. I don't like it when it's melting on Christmas Day. So we'll walk down on this next island, down to that end and around. Eventually we'll get over to a footbridge over there. Hope the sound is good. Again, experimenting with the new microphone. It tends to not stay pointing at my mouth. I got it on the zipper. Maybe I'll just move it. Try it up here instead. Weird sounds coming from somewhere. Okay, oh, there we are. There's my shadow. Me. And my shadow standing on the footbridge. That doesn't have enough syllables, does it? There, me and my shadow. Ooh. And looking the other way, of course, the sun is quite low, even though it's still only mid-afternoon. And now the gimbal is all confused. But you pointed me in that weird direction. Is that going to keep me going that way? I guess the cord's not too annoying. I could shorten it up a bit more so it doesn't wobble as much, or I can hold it, I guess, which I was doing before. Probably should have gone that way to begin with. Oh, I was trying to be, no, I don't want a wire. I'll get a wireless mic. And so far, none of them have continued working reliably. There's the bridge over there we will eventually get to here. So if you're still there, Madeline, let me know if my sound is good. Oh, look, it's a rare glove tree. I saw a scarf tree earlier. We'll be walking down over on that side of the creek shortly. Hello. Good, good. Loud and clear. And hopefully the picture's sharp too. Snow's not as crunchy today because it's warmer. Somebody watching the one yesterday called me Captain Crunch. Of course, I also had just the phone mic going, so it really picked up the ambient sound. In some ways I like that, but if there's any wind, you get a real rumble all the time, just using the microphone on the phone. The microphone on the telephone. I go around the north end of the island, back to the bridge, different bridge. Very nice along here. Into the sun at the moment. Let's see, what other news do I have? Oh, I got my third jab yesterday. Booster shot. I am now triple vaccinated. All right, we will leave the islands for the mainland. Looking into the sun there. Lots of snow on the ice. I don't see that anybody has tried walking on it except for some animals. I don't think I would quite risk it yet. I'm surprised. I feel like I'm not even allowed to walk here if you don't have a dog, based on my encounters so far. Just wearing my leather jacket today. It's so warm, not my parka. And I'm going to be plenty warm in it. I'll take my hat off shortly, I think. Of course, the sun will be setting soon and the temperature will start to drop again. Loggerhead Shrike nesting area. Lots of scenic shots along here. Yeah, I think I will take my hat off. Can always put it back on if I have to. Jogger and people walking dogs. You almost never see anybody just walking. I did have seen some, obviously. I have walked all the way up there, but I won't do that today. I will go up to the northwest again one of these days. This path takes you around to another bridge, but I'm going to come and walk the other side of the creek here instead. I'll just walk. And if I need to stretch it out, I'll do that once I get over there. There's people just walking and not walking a dog. Next one has a dog. Head right.
Well, 2 days later.
Yep, that would be it. Dieppe place is where I left the car. Once I get over to McIntyre, I'll decide what I'm going to do, how much further I go along the path before I start back to the car. This might be a little shorter than I thought, so the creek is quite wide here. It's basically small lakes. There's the island we were just on. It's also quite broad over here as well. That way, but it takes you out of my way, so I'm going this way. Okay, there's the wind. Now I may wish I put my head back on. Can't really see the screen very well if you say anything to me at this point. While I'm walking into the sun. Hopefully the wind noise is tempered somewhat by having the bell mic again. Uphill. We don't do hills very much in Saskatchewan. See, I have followed that path as well. It goes over by that school. This one sticks to the creek. long and winding road. We finished part 2 of that massive 3-part Beatles documentary by Peter Jackson yesterday. It's fun to watch it. It's fun to see, you listen to them working on Let It Be, and it's not quite the way you know it's supposed to go, and you want to tell them, how'd you know that song? Everybody knows that song. Come get back, same thing. It's like, come on, I know what the words are supposed to be. Why don't you know it? Everybody knows that song. But you forget you're watching something from 50 years ago. 53 years ago, coming up on. Because of the restoration of the film, it looks like it was probably shot yesterday. Really know what that building is for. Something to do with the park. The sun again. Here comes the sun, speaking of the Beatles. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. You haven't even started winter. Well, the playground looks very colorful in the snow. There's the island I started on over there. I commented on how shiny the ice was from the other direction. It's shiny from this direction too. It looks smoother from the other direction. Something with the way the light is hitting it, I guess. Still early days, so a little bit of warm weather tomorrow will actually melt off some bare spots, I would think. Although again, the sun is really low. Okay, so I got a choice. I'm not sure what the bridge situation is. I think I'll go up and around because I've only been out, 23 minutes. I need to maybe stretch it out a bit more than going that way would do, so I'll follow it up and around here. It's a hill. Fairly rare thing around here. If I remember right, this will take me up here. I can cross the street and then go down the other side a little more out of the way than going under the bridge. If I remember right. Or I could, just in case I'm wrong about what it's like on the other side. That's more interesting to go under the bridge. Okay, we'll go under the bridge. Easier to get across the street too. See, last time Hello. I think there's another comment, but I can't read it until I get into some shade. Yeah, it's been months since I came this way. Weeks anyway. Enough weeks to make at least a couple of months. Get a bit of a melt. And then it's going to close down on us anyway. I don't know about the rest of you. It's going back to cold. Not bitter, but seasonal. See, I was thinking I'd go all the way up there and cross over, but that was more interesting to go under the bridge. Now, let me just think about this. If I go this way, I'll end up all the way on Dieppe. That should still work out. I haven't even been out 30 minutes, so. See, the thing is, if I don't cross there, I have to walk quite a bit further before I get to cross, before I can get under Dieppe. But we'll do it. Now that I'm out of the wind, I'm going to take my hat off again. Again, the creek is very wide here. The sky is very blue. Yes, I was under McCarthy Boulevard. I keep wanting to call it McIntyre, but that's a different street. Yeah, the bridge there was McCarthy Boulevard. You probably didn't miss my answer. I just hadn't seen your note because of the sun. Houses along here have a nice view any time of the year. I can only see about 2 comments before it scrolls off too, so if I miss it in the sun, I don't necessarily see it at all. The little kind of boathouse thing over here. At least it looks like a boathouse, even though no boats are involved, but now I could loop back here. I can carry on and stretch it out. I'll carry on. Then I'll just get on the path on the other side and walk back to the car. Is the plan now? Carry on until I reach the bridge. Hope the sound is staying good with my cheap little external mic with the wire, which I should have gotten to begin with, I think, considering how much trouble I've had with the wireless versions. Another playground here. And some nice houses overlooking all this. And a dog, because there's always a dog. Sounds good? Oh, good. It also clips on better than the other one does, because it's a sideways clip, like a little alligator clip, like you use in TV studios and things. And the other one was a vertical clip. And it's hard to find a place to keep it upright. Having said that, it just came off. Don't teach me to say anything like that. Let me just fix that. I probably pulled it off by not paying attention to the cord. I don't know where the gimbal thinks it's pointing. Meanwhile. Get that hooked back on. It really shouldn't be upside down. Okay. Anyway, hopefully it's back to normal. I gotta watch that cord now. So I don't do it again. Such excitement of live television. Special effects. I spare no expense to make this interesting for people. I don't know why the gimbal decided to go upside down either. That makes no sense to me at all, but at least it let me straighten it out without turning off. Usually if it feels resistance, it kind of turns itself off. More people walking. No dogs though. 3 whole people and none of them have a dog. That's rare. I assume they're whole people. Could be partial people. There's the bridge we're headed to. Over there. We're out of focus? Alright, let's fix that too. Hopefully that took care of that. Probably when it went upside down, it tried to focus on itself on the gimbal. In focus now. I think I actually saw it focus when I touched it, so I should have taken care of that. Well, such excitement. What's that? Yes, the city has changed. The first times I visited it back in the 80s, for sure. 70s. I guess the first time I was up here would have been in the 70s. Maybe the late 60s, even. We got here in 67. Yeah, because I think my mom was in the hospital up here in the late 60s, so we definitely have come up to see her. At the time it was Grey Nuns Hospital, and now it's Pasqua Hospital. I remember that because I thought, what are Grey Nuns? I've never seen Grey Nuns. They're all black and white as far as I knew. their habits. There's some tobogganing happening up here. Here's our bridge we're headed to, and then it'll be back to the car from there. Don't like to point the camera at kids, that's why I didn't show you the tobogganing. Oh, good. Okay, it's in focus. Yeah, if you touch the screen and it's pointing at something close up, it'll go out of focus, or it'll do it itself. So probably when it went upside down, it tried to focus on the gimbal or me or something, and then it didn't refocus until I touched the screen again. Oh well, it wasn't very long. It wasn't fuzzy for long. Okay, cross another bridge. There's a jet taking off. I think it's a jet. Actually, it sounds like a turboprop. It's one of those WestJet turboprops. I don't know. Maybe it's a jet. Couldn't see it in the sun clear enough to be sure. Here's the creek again. That's Dewdney Avenue there, that bridge. And of course, that's where we just came from. Okay, back to McCarthy, under the bridge on this side.
Like Leopold's and stuff is there.
Yeah, you can go to Leopold.
And the
The whole city is under the flight path, depending on which way the wind is blowing. Yes. I see more people with dogs than I see just walking, for sure. So everything over there should look familiar since we just came that way. I remember riding this path on my bike back when I lived on Garnet Street. I would ride out, well, I don't think I ever got as far as the island there. Somehow I went somewhere else. I can't quite figure it out. It's like something has changed. I definitely rode on this side, not on the other side. But I always ended up on the other side, so I don't quite remember the pattern after all these years. Every bicycle I've ever had in Regina has been stolen. I haven't had one for years now. Had 3 bicycles, I think, if I remember right. 2 for sure, but I think 3 bicycles have been stolen in Regina since I moved here in '88. 2 of them, oh, actually all of them out of my garage, locked up in the garage. speaking of bicycles. Well, since I'm coming from this direction, I can show you the Dieppe memorial there as I come by. Getting lower all the time, of course, but I'm out fairly early today. Well, I figured they must wear some special kind of habit, but as a kid, it just seemed like a weird name. Hi. Here comes the bridge, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the bridge, and I say, it's all right. It's a nice place to walk. A little change from my usual haunts. Why, it took me a good 10 minutes to drive here. 15 because I had to do a U-turn after getting trapped in construction. To be working, so we were all just sitting there with nothing happening. But I made it. Now I have made it to here, and soon I will make it back to the car. See, I remember finishing up over there when I rode my bike, but how did I get there? Because I certainly thought I rode on this side, not on that side. But I would have had to have ridden on that side to end up over there. So, I don't know. So I certainly didn't come all the way down here. I don't think. Because that island that I walked on didn't seem familiar. No, I don't know. Flooded pathway, little clearance. Well, it's not flooded at the moment. Yeah, it does look like a gingerbread house. I think that every time I walk by it. The ice under the bridge, kind of a... That's rather an attractive composition. Unlike Rocky, I don't have the eye of a tiger, but I do have the eye of a photographer. Having been a news photographer for years and years and years. Well, not that many years, but a few years. 8 years. I've taken a lot of photos in my day, and that was before they were digital. Developed them myself. Only black and white, though. I never learned how to develop color film. Or had a dark room with which to do so. It's not the same process, that's for sure. For sure. I think I could still develop black and white film if I had to. I'd have to look up the time, but I think I remember it. Hey. The question would be, would I know how to do it in the dark or in a bag, pop the canister, wind the film onto the metal spool, get it into the can, close it, bring it out. If I remember right, it's 1.5 minutes. Developer, maybe 30-second stop bath, maybe 5 minutes fixer. Although I get that confused with what you did with the paper, but I didn't do much paper after high school because we used something called stabilization processing, where you exposed it in the enlarger, you just fed the paper through this machine, and it came out the other side developed. However, it would go yellow if you left it in the light too long. But for newspaper work, that was perfectly fine because you just needed it long enough to put it on the plates or put it into the layout, which was then burned onto the plate and then printed. We always kept the old ones, and if they're tucked away, they weren't bad. We had the negatives too, so if we ever needed to do a fresh print, just had to find the negative and do a fresh print. Fresh print of Bel Air. Okay, let's take a quick look at the Dieppe Memorial here. This is, I think, a soccer field in front of us. And I haven't bothered to clear this. Not much is clear, but here's the plaques in memory of those who served during the Dieppe Parade, August 19th, 1942. And then you got the flags flying above that. Canada, Saskatchewan, and City, I believe. There's another gingerbread house. I almost pulled the microphone off again. Forget about that cord. There's where we started, on the island over there. How long have I gone here? For future reference? 48 minutes, so it was actually a lot shorter than I thought it would be in my head. What I originally planned to do would have been way too short, so good to know next time I come this way. Come out here in a blizzard, that would be fun. So this depression over here, see, there's still geese. They're enjoying today. Hey, we made the right call not to fly south yet. It's probably going to melt now, they're thinking. Foolish geese. Almost back to the car. The one that wouldn't start when it was really cold. Had to have a new alternator, it turned out. Apparently all alternators are expensive. Who knew? I know now. The car only has like 80,000 kilometers on it, but it is a 20-year-old car. We got it with very few kilometers on it. Used. There she blows, the silver Volvo, and I will stop here. So, thanks for walking with me. Sorry about the brief adventure into the upside down. Fortunately, it wasn't as nasty as the one in Stranger Things. And that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye for now.